Hi, Mark again with markmathtutoring.com. And today we're in lesson number 5 in our series, Getting Ready for Algebra. And we're calling this Combining Like Terms. So what is a term? A term is simply a mathematical expression that includes combinations of numbers and variables that are being multiplied or divided. So for example, one term expressions might be 3x or negative 2a squared or 5xy. So these are just combinations of variables and numbers, and these are being multiplied together. Now you could also have division. You could have a term that looks like this, x divided by 2. But remember, this is the same thing as 1/2 times x. So whether you think about it in terms of multiplication and division, it's really the same thing. So those are one-term expressions. Sometimes they're called monomials. What about a two-term expression? Two terms is when we combine two terms with either a addition or subtraction sign. So it might be 2x plus 5y or 3x minus 4b. Okay, so these are expressions that have two terms. Three terms, examples might be x plus y minus 1 or 3 plus 2x minus 5b. So you can see that the terms are always separated by either a plus or a minus sign. So one thing about like terms is that like terms must have the same variable with the same power. So for example, x and x squared are not like terms. Okay, and like terms can be combined. So in algebra, this is very important to simplify equations as we're trying to solve them. So let's combine like terms in these two examples. 2x plus 3 plus 4x minus 1. The terms with the same variable to the same power are 2x and 4x. So this is really just like two x's, and we combine them by adding 4 x's. And how many x's we have? We would have 6 x's. So really we're just adding the coefficient, the number out front, to the other one. 2 plus 4 is 6. Then there are two just numbers. They don't have x variables in them, 3, and then a -1 or a -1. So if we combine +3 and -1, or think of it in terms of 3 minus 1, we would get +2. So now we've taken a 4-term expression and simplified it to a 2-term expression. These two terms are not like terms. One has an x and the other does not. So we can't combine those because we don't know what x is. Let's look at our second example. So here we have -4p plus -2 plus 2p plus 3. The like terms with the same variable, the same power, are -4p plus 2p and 2p. So if we combine -4 and +2, we would get -2p. In a similar way as the last example, then we have some constants. We have a -2 plus 3. -2 plus 3 is 1. So again, we've had a 4-term expression that got simplified by combining the like terms into a 2-term expression. The last example here, we have a 3-term expression, -12 minus 6p minus -2. So in this example, the -6p, there is no other like term. So we can just go ahead and write that down. but we do have two numbers, just plain numbers, negative 12 minus negative 2. That's the same thing as plus 2. So this would be minus 10. Okay, I'm going to scroll and let you try a few here. Pause the video and try these, and then we'll work on them together. Okay, in this one, we have three terms, negative k plus 3k plus 3. These two are like terms. They both have k to the first power. So when we see a negative k, you can think about that as being negative 1k, even though you don't normally see the 1 written. You just see a negative k, but negative 1 plus 3 would be 2k. And then we have this 3 that can't be combined yet because we don't know what k is. The last one has a 4-term expression. It has 3 like terms, negative 4a, minus 2a, which together would be minus 6a plus 5a. All 3 of these can be combined, and we would end up with negative 1a, and then our constant term minus 6. Oftentimes you would not see this 1. You would see it written negative a minus 6. Would also be equivalent to write negative 6 minus a. These are equivalent expressions. Okay, that's combining like terms. Lesson number 5. Subscribe to the channel. We got more getting ready for algebra videos coming up. See you next time.